Yo, hanging out on a Sunday. Let's go. It's your boy War Daddy Chatsky here. And I figured, well, we're too busy and let's get another stream fired up. Why not? Sunday Funday. Thank you for everybody hanging out with us on a wonderful, wonderful day. And this 1093 stuff, guys, and I appreciate everybody jumping into the stream real quick. Figured we'd do this for a couple hours and hang out. Another stream. If you're bored, jump in. Oh, man. Absolutely love all the response and everything that everybody's doing. Do you guys like my new emojis? Oh, Electro King, help me out a little bit with that. Yes, laser beams from the eyes. Oh, good seeing you guys. Mike B, Slayer, Josh, Fubian, Sean. Way to go. We had a massive member train go yesterday. So many of you guys that are jumping into this have a little, your names are in green or in Skywalker green lightsaber. It's good. Works out really, really well. And just can't appreciate and tell everybody how much we appreciate them for jumping in with us and hanging out with us. So it's interesting as we get into this stuff sometimes, watching these videos, and I've got another one coming up for you. I'm getting a lot of feedback on, with Ragnar coming out. You've had some other creators kind of say, hey, here's what to look for with Infantry. I've run Infantry for a long time, and I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do a kind of an Infantry setup. If you run 2 marches, 1 march, 3 marches, however you're going to do it. And so with that being said, yeah, the whole chat is green. Slayer, it's wild. Everybody's a member now. But yesterday when we streamed, we were kind of getting into 93's uptime. You kind of miss a little bit of the uptime of the allies, but we're going earlier today. So I think we're going to get a lot more ideas on how the allies are able to work and push back, as 93 is rallying this flag here. But this is the difference from yesterday, or at least yesterday when we streamed, is that now you got players from the allies that are going to kind of help push through and make the rally that much more difficult. And I think it's good. Overall, let's check out the map. No changes at all from here. One side's on the allies are on one side of the keep here, and 93 is on the other. 93 since yesterday did push down here. And so this is kind of where their push is. This is kind of how they're going to hold up. Josh, jumping in with the member gifting. Thank you so much, Josh. God, you don't have to do this, bro. Yeah, you were crazy. Josh is almost single-handedly, along with some other great ones, single-handedly helping out with the memberships. I think he dropped like 50 or 60 yesterday. If we hit thresholds, we hit 100 likes, I'll drop some member gifting. If we hit 150, 200, we'll just keep this thing going, and we'll just have a good time doing it. So let me kind of see where we're at on the stream. Okay, let's open this up, kind of see where we're at, get an idea of how many people we've got on the stream, viewer activity, analytics. There we go. You see anybody out there? I got to put this thing out on the Discords. Let's see. There we go, on Rock Discords, on my Discord, and all those things. We might have a little drop in from some of my friends, just to come into the chat and kind of say, hey, come hang out with us. Let me see here. I'll go ahead and okay. So this is where a lot of the fight's going to be. You're seeing more pressure up here as these guys get on. These Kings of 87 and 98, they're going to try to push up here a little bit. They've had some stuff burning. I think they did burn a couple of 93 flags off. But it looks like 93's kind of stabilized a little bit. This guy's got stabilized. So 93's kind of hitting some different fronts. And it's not just, it was never a free burn. That's one of the things you got to give some credit to with the allies is that, they weren't just letting 93 free burn. They defended every fort, or I'm sorry, every flag, and they at least made it hard with garrisons and things like that. But I mean, in all intents and purposes, 93 in that uptime. When you're going 1v6, you have to be so efficient in your uptime. You just got to burn, go to the next one, burn, go to the next one. You cannot leave flags healing, and they did a really good job of that, as we expect 93 would. This is kind of their most advanced flag, as they're kind of burning through here. 98 doesn't look really all that active, like they're ready for this. So that's one of the things that I think kind of hurts 98. A lot of their players probably helping backfill here, but if 98 is going to be any factor at all, they got to get online and get helping their allies. So any questions you guys have, check out the new emojis. Electro King helped out there. We're burning here. Okay, this is on the south side. Okay, so if you're 93, just kind of basically taking up all this territory here kind of secures you this Kingsland win. If they got enough in the tank, I think they probably do. So, Lion, how is it going? Is everything good? Buster, good morning, bud. Zach, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Tell everybody you know. Chadsey's doing a Sunday Funday. Let's go. Oh. Look at this thing. Where are you, Lion? Are you here somewhere? Are you in the south? Definitely need to get up and online. Let's see. Yes, and we got to tell Josh, thank you so much, and appreciate him for the member gifting. The memberships have gone through the roof, and just to kind of give everybody an idea, the channel is doing exceptional. I mean, just over 2 weeks we launched the channel. We hit 3,000 subscriptions yesterday. We got a ton of memberships going. We got well over 100 members now hanging out in our Spartan room on Discord. I need to put the Discord link in the... I got to put the Discord link in the chat. Let me go do that real quick. Make sure and pin it for you guys. That way you can join the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, I encourage you to do so. Great place. Everybody's hanging out in there and giving good advice. One of the things, kind of prerequisite, hey, if you're kind of an older retread player, you kind of know everything and you're righteous and better than everybody else in this game, my Discord's probably not for you, because we enjoy helping out younger players, people growing their accounts, and we really try to protect that with these players that need help. That's what kind of my Discord's for. Basically it's an idea think tank to figure out new metas, to try to break the game, and really helping along younger players. It's a lot of fun. Plus we got our memes channel in there. We've got all of our Cotton 4K channels in there, so we have a great time with it. We've got a little bit of crude sense of humor every now and then. But at the same time, we want it to be a place that young players can go and say, hey, I'm in K2. What's going on here? What should I do? Or, hey, I'm just in my second SOC KVK. Here's where I'm at. Anybody got any advice? We like that. And also, in the Spartan room, along with the general chat, we've got a lot of people putting up a lot of different kind of stats, how to calculate things, the value of certain attributes from health to all damage and things like that. So those conversations are always going on. And so if you want to kind of get to know more of the game and get nerdy with us, it's a great place to go and hang out. And that's what we want to do. Good gracious. They got to figure this out and get online, because 98 is going to get burned off, and that's not a good look. Okay, up here, everything looks good. This is where I think their allies are going to focus a bit here. I think they're trying to get this flag down. Get this flag destroyed, I should say. But here's where most of the fighting is. And you guys know me. I love to get in this situation and just find the archers. That's my goal. Boom, 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 boom. Find the archers. Where are they? Boom, boom. Right on the front. Get them! Oh, man. Buster, you didn't stay out too late last night, did you? You recover okay? Josh, it is for you. No. That's not a... When I say, hey, if you're an older player that's kind of a retread and retired, and every new player and everybody in the game sucks right now, that's not the place for you. You're nice enough and you understand enough just about the community of the game and the health of the game. We want to keep as many people engaged and enjoying the game as possible. New players, old players, all of them. And so, yes, the Discord is definitely for you, Josh. Listen, I was in a kingdom, okay? that the Discord, guys, it was so bad. Everybody had been playing for years. They were all tired, and they hated the game. They just hated it. They complained about it, bitched about it every day. Just the game sucks. I hate players. I hate new players. Everybody's a noob. And they're just curmudgeons. It was awful. It was just like, guys, you literally want to quit the game, then just quit. Get out of the way, you know? And so, and it was funny because I was in one of these older kingdoms and massive fighting kingdom, but it was just, everybody was so experienced there, but they were so tired of it. Everybody was retiring. And I was stuck in this place on this Discord every day for 6 months. And I like hated life. It made me hate the game. I was thinking like they were thinking, and I was just like, this is nonsense. And then what happened was I was with my alt. I think Peace and I, we went to 2293. This is about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago. And we went to 2293 and fought a couple of KVKs. And what did we find? Everybody loves this game. Like everybody in the KVK was having fun. Everybody was all in. They were recruiting. They were doing fun stuff. And I literally thought to myself, oh, yeah, people still do like this game. I've been hanging out in a kingdom in a Discord where everybody just hates life. I got to get the hell out of here. And so that's what was a turning point for me after I'd been playing for a couple of years, I think 2 or 3 years. And because I was starting to feel that way, that a lot of the people in the kingdom I was in were feeling that way. And then finally we were like, yep, let's get out of here. And been able to enjoy the game ever since, because the game is thriving, guys. I mean, don't make that. Listen, I'm so tired of people saying the game's dying. I'm so tired of people saying, you know, the game is on its last leg. Dude, it has taken all comers. Every city building war game that's tried to come out, all these different things that have tried to happen with all these different games coming out, even Age of Empires right now, it's got some traction going. But guys, we've seen it every time. They just kind of fall by the wayside. And this thing just keeps going. And it keeps going with new members and new people. Trust me, I see it. They're in my Discord. They're on this chat right now. And the game is definitely, they're doing quality of life stuff for the game. They're coming out with new stories like crazy. They're doing some really good things for the game that I think people are enjoying. And the game's not going anywhere, y'all. And so, and it is fun. If you immerse yourself in it and you have fun with it, and you have a great community, and that's what my Discord's all about. Check out the link that I pinned at the top. Best kingdom enemy side is 2906 by far. That's good. Followed by the Koreans in 2102. Okay, Lion, thank you, man. We're getting inside information as Lion's been kind of helping us out. He's fighting in 93. He's been fighting nonstop. He's on these streams. He's great. No, Andy, it has not happened to you. You're one of the good guys, bro. And, you know, that's what's kind of fun. Now, Andy's in the chat, and he's a 60 GT guy, and best alliance, best kingdom in the game. And these guys are full throttle. They're great, and they really have fun. They really have fun. Now, it's a lot of super experienced players. They've got a great sense of humor, but those guys, I mean, they still love it. They still love to play, and they're all in on it. And that's the communities you want to find. Some of these older kingdoms that have been around for a long time, they start slowly dying off. People hate playing there. There's not much enthusiasm, and it's leadership more than anything. When leadership starts dying off, then that's when those kingdoms are susceptible to being shut down or people bouncing out of there. So. Buster, that's not the only thing. You love to wreck people too. You love to kill and destroy. Lion, low spender, 1.8 billion KP, drop 14 million power. Pretty good, bro. How do you get 1.4 million deads in 1093? They let you have that many troops? And for people that don't know, 1093, great makeup of a kingdom. You can find any one of these players. I'm going to click on all these cities, and I guarantee you there's not a city over 90 million power. Guaranteed. Watch. 76, 73, 97. Okay, there's one. Well, that's Legend, okay? Legend's the exception. 48 billion kill points. But for a guy for that many kill points, being at 97 million power, that is thin. 79 million, 69 million. 81 million, 74 million, 87 million, 76 million. The thought and process for this for 1093, and this is their philosophy. is everybody stays lean and efficient, be able to put the troops you need out there to fight. If you kill troops, just train more. And it keeps their kingdom very, very active with a lot of players, because even with the Imperium cap dropping, they're able to refill and replenish and put players in there, but you got to buy into their system. You can't go do it and say, hey, I want to be a 120 million power player and I never want to get below 100 million power. You can't be a 93 if you're going to do that. The game is great. It does keep getting better. 100% Buster. Legend Leon. Tell him, bro. I'm cooking over here. Legend definitely does what he wants. Let's look at his highest power. Where's he at here? Let's see. Yeah, highest power, 880 million power. So right now, he is bare bones, y'all. But he's bought into that system, man. I mean, a guy that's got the capabilities he's got, and 73 million deads. Are you kidding me? 73 at 880 million power? Wait a minute. That can't be right. He's got to have more than that. How many deads do I have? Let's just look real quick. Let's see. No. Yeah. How many deads do I have? 153 million. Let's go. Woo! Anybody that knows me and knows how I play, I am always going to be a guy that is that's going to like zero myself every KVK. It doesn't matter if I'm 250 million power, 220, 180, 200. I'm going to zero myself. That's what I do. And that's the most fun I have in the game is getting KVKs with enough fights to go zero yourself. And that's kind of how I roll. So yeah, Legend's got some, bro. He's got some street cred, I'll tell you. Oh, dude, Fubian, you're right, man. Those of you that are in leadership, you know, you love it so much. You put the time in. Like, you know, it's funny. I literally run a couple of companies. I've got, I don't know, 30, 40 employees. And people come to me sometimes, especially when we're doing leadership and stuff. People come to me sometimes and they're just like, yeah, I ain't got time. I'm busy. I'm like, you're busy? I'm doing all the work. I'm busy. Trust me, my life is more important than yours. Yeah, I mean, Legend's doing it right. 110 million power. That's what he kind of hangs at it right now. Looks good. Where's he at? Did I miss him? I want to go check my stuff. But even like Birdie, I mean, 77 million power. And you think to yourself, okay, 11.9 billion kill points. That's a great fighter. But that's like one of the best infantry rallies in the game. And Birdie just chills at 77 million power. Leon, no, not hiring right now, unless you want to move to the States, somewhere in middle America. I don't know if you'd want to work for me, bro. Oh, Falcon, running it down. Let's go. All right, flag being built over here. Is it touching? Yeah, it's touching. Go get it, y'all. I mean, you got it right there. Unless they've got a high power player, you can just start hammering that thing because the cavalry's coming. Josh, are you guys talking about Legend? Legend, he hadn't been that high a power in a long time. Is that kind of what you're saying? Jose, who's winning? I have to give the Allies, this is day 3, y'all, and I have to give the Allies some credit. They're fighting hard, and they're doing the best they can. They do have downtime, and every minute that goes by right now at whatever UTC this is, it gets more and more difficult because 93 is getting more and more uptime. So let's go to this building flag here. 93 has done a good job, real quick on the map, of pushing kind of below the zig. Okay, they cut a little bit of one alliance right here, and then they built in and filled in here. So 93 is methodically doing what it needs to do. 93 is kind of key. I thought that they were going to press heavy to get to the passes. That'd be the fastest, easiest way to go win this Kingsland, but they're just going right through the middle. They are just telegraphing, we are coming right here, and there's nothing you can do about it. Christian heading to Minnesota. Let's go, Minnesota. It's already getting a little bit cold up there. I'm just telling you. 2293 is good. It's pretty good. You know, we brought mains to 2293. Had some friends over here. It's run really pretty well. They excel in KVK. That's what they do really well. And I'm a KVK kind of player. I'm not necessarily an OL guy. I play it, but I'm whatever. But that's 2293 has been a good change of pace from kind of the super high-end stuff we've done. But it's still a big enough kingdom. That's what's fun about these high ACs. You can get into big KVKs, and I'm praying we get into a KVK with 2377 and 365. Got a lot of friends in those kingdoms, and they're so big, and it'll be so much fun if we can get into a big KVK. And they do it right. They put enough low Imperiums and enough high ACs together to where we can actually, you know, set up a good ally situation and have fun with it. So, Jake, I need you to go make a video real quick on how to raid somebody. Put it on YouTube, unlist it, and then send me the link and let me watch a video of it, and then I will raid your stream next time. Because I tried yesterday, you wouldn't answer your phone. This kid, I swear. He was streaming for 8 hours yesterday. Sis0, yes, we did. We registered the new Britain KVK. It should be fun. Look how many red names are in here. Lion's the only one that's not a member. Lion, break off it, dude. Just go join. Be a member. Oh, man. Let's see, did Chiz find a kingdom for his second account? Chiz is running both accounts at 2293, which I highly advise against. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I've done that. I have run 2 big accounts in the same kingdom and played a KVK and just maxed out on both. I zeroed both accounts. I think on one account I had 3 billion kill points. The other one I had like 1.5 billion on my alt. And I could not. I was like, I can't do this. There ain't no way. And so I think Chisco's going to stay with both accounts for one more KVK. And then he's probably got to do some things with his main for content purposes and stuff, which I highly endorse him to do. So, some countries don't allow you to spend money. No, they don't. 2 accounts, no bueno. We got 175 people in here. How many likes do we have? Are we already to 100 likes? No. Just started, y'all. That's not pop. 53 likes. Let's go. 100 likes. We'll do some memberships. Tell your friends. If you're on a Kingdom Discord somewhere, say, hey, Chatsky's streaming. If you guys are bored, come hang out. He talks to everybody in the chat. Not enough. You're right, Josh. Let's go. Let's get it going. Josh, you need to come play with us, man. You need to bring your accounts and come play with us. Okay, this flag's probably going to get built. Doesn't look like the Allies are pushing here. They're not going to let it happen. Today might be the day that the Allies kind of say, okay, we've had enough. We can't endure the endless 93 hordes that come through, the immortals of 93. I will say about this KVK though. I personally, if I'm in an Imperium, when we used to be big time Imperium, that kind of stuff, we hated 4 camp KVKs because you can't really control the allies. We had to take on a 1v3 camp. It was a 1v6 KVK. It would have been 1v7, but I can't remember. Was it 1077? I can't remember what kingdom it is. But they stayed out of it. They didn't even fight in it. And it was kind of stupid. Everybody was like, what are you all doing? You're not going to fight in this thing? But we did exactly what 93 did. We tried to give everybody fights, and everybody really enjoyed themselves. All the kingdoms involved enjoyed themselves. And we stayed in Kingsland for 3 or 4 days before we finally got pushed out, and we just didn't have enough in the tank. 93 is able to really do it because, number one, they're one of the best organized kingdoms in the game, but they've got like two full alliances. They've got enough players. They got enough backups, enough farms to really endure that. I mean, they're one of the best. One of the best ever, really. And so, especially in this format, you know, like back in the day when we had super Imperiums, 4 alliance kingdoms and stuff, like, yeah, you could go take on a 1v3 no problem with a bunch of ACs. That wasn't a problem. But nowadays, with the cap so low on Imperium and how 93's been able to be so efficient with their accounts, it's really hard to do a 1v3. We couldn't do it. And we had a crazy 22 billion power alliance in 2605. We were jacking around with that thing. And so it was so difficult. But the point is, everybody got fights. Everybody was able to do what they wanted to do and fight as long as they wanted to fight. And I really appreciate this whole KVK setup, the Allies and 93 for setting it up to where everybody's getting fights. The Allies are fighting as hard as they can, but they're limited, you know. .846. Oh, 846 was so big, bro. It was so big. It was unbelievable when they were rolling. Here we go. This is where our guys are. I think they're going to try to take down this flag. They just got to get everybody there. It's hard to coordinate sometimes. I mean, you can get on voice with a Discord with kind of your allies, but trying to get 6 kingdoms on the same page, everybody get here, everybody push together, that's pretty difficult. Cough, Yoda. Are you sending me code there, Josh? You need to send me a Discord of what that means. Is that something you're considering? Because I'm sure you've got ways, but I can make that happen. I've got connections. Yep, I got it right here, the Louch. So Chad, serious convocations now. Yeah, you got to have enough players to be able to sustain downtime. I mean, that's what killed us. 2605 Battle Royale, you like it? It would be the most talked about event in Rock if we manufactured our own KVK. Oh my gosh, it's getting legs, y'all. Oh my gosh, it would be absolutely incredible. So 2605, like we cleared out the kingdom, we got everybody. The hard part there was that when we decided, like, hey, Peace and Crix and Cortex and we're not going to do the leadership there anymore. Let's just help everybody get out, everybody go their separate ways. You know, we had to basically bankrupt the entire kingdom to get everybody their passports because we had so many big players. And so a few of us just stayed behind to caretake, and one by one, everybody's leaving. You know, there's still a few players with some accounts there. I think Buster, you still got an account there. You want Cortex on a live stream? Let's get Cortex going here. Is he coming? I don't know if Cortex is up right now. We'll find out. Oh, man. But 2605. Okay, so back to this story. We kind of cleared everything out. We got a couple of people still there. And you know what's interesting is that no matter how small your kingdom is, you're going to get put into a KVK. And when you get put into one, you get put into like a C or D seed KVK. And guys, it's really easy. It's basically I showed up and I've got my alt. It's the only, real main in 2605 that's still legit, right? And I get in there and I find like the people running the camp we're in, because there's 12 kingdoms in our camp. And I'm like, hey guys, they're like, Chatsky, anybody in 2605 that could come help us out? I was like, not really, just me. And they're like, great, join this alliance, hang out with us as KVK, and you can go hang out with your campmates. You can go be in their alliance and hang out with them and do all the things. So that's what you get to do. Even if you're in a small kingdom, you can go join other kingdoms that run your camp, and it creates a lot of fun. And so with that, it's like, hey, what do we do with 2605? So yesterday we start talking about it. We're like, okay, we can have like a sweepstakes for it and hand the kingdom over. And then Crix was like, battle royale, bro. Like, so here's where we're at now. And Josh, you probably have some other ideas for it. But the idea was to take Peace's idea to say, hey, because she was like, why don't we just hand it over to a bunch of 45 million power or below players, and they can build a kingdom when it's already set. Kingdom's already set up. The shells are there. Everything's ready to go. And we can let them build a kingdom and have like a low, high activity kingdom. They can go fight KVKs. And I was like, well, they're going to get completely wrecked if they're 40 million power. But the idea is they can get campmates. They can fill flags. They can go have fun. And so that was the initial thought. Well, okay, take that thought and say, okay, well, how do we do a battle royale? So what we've come up with so far, and the ideas are still flying around. If we basically say, okay, we have an application process, you and 50 of your friends bring a 45 million power below account to 2605. Okay. Oh, 93's pushing. They're going to clear this out. That's good. We set you up in the 4 zone 1s. We give you a shell. All the territory's deleted on that shell. So you got to go to the corner of the map. You got to drop your fort. And then we give you like 2 weeks to you and your 50 members. Build up the credits, build up the things you got to build out from zone 1, and it's a free-for-all. First one of the Lost Temple wins. And we'll have like a time limit on it. Like whoever holds the Lost Temple on this date gets the kingdom. You can keep it. And so it would be so much fun. Oh my gosh. 12 more likes. Let's go. Yeah, man. I'm with you. Give us some likes, y'all. Oh, man. Yeah, this is definitely the time of day where 93 gets more and more active. They're just not going to lose flags I put down. They're just not. And they might strategically let a flag burn, but eventually they're going to heal it up and start pushing. And they're very, very coordinated and calculated with all that stuff. So, but if you want to fight, go fight. I mean, look at this. You got plenty of stuff to go fight with. Bro, you don't want to get into my spending in this game. It'll make you sick really fast. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate your help for the tutorial. We make it like pre-KVK1. Yes, it's a free-for-all. The 2605 KVK. And I guarantee you, I'll go raise money for it. I'll put it out there and say, "Oh, Josh, let's go." I'll go out there and try to raise money for it. We'll give the winning side like some kind of gifts or something like that. You do something fun for it. I don't know if you can flat out just give monetary stuff. Josh, thank you so much for the 10 gifted, bro. Everybody who's getting a membership, tell Josh thank you so much. Yeah, I figured this morning that, like, hey, nobody's streaming, nobody's watching this. We still got decent fights. You can kind of methodically see where 93 is kind of doing their thing. Why not? Let's just go do a stream and have some fun with it. I'm going to go play Ark later today. I'm not a great Ark player. I'm not. I'm okay, just because my account's stupid. But I got to do the rally stuff and all that. I'm fine at Ark. I don't get into it like some of these other players that do it. I'm more of a KVK guy. Should you prioritize inscriptions or more or more stats. Lotus, if you're building your account, getting stats, you're probably going to get some triple stacks and some things that give you stats quicker than you're going to get some big time inscriptions. You can go into my inscriptions tier list that I put 2 videos out for Wedge and Arch. It's just hard to get those inscriptions. But if you can get a hold of a few that are really highly ranked, then you start using your transmutation crystals and your stones and you re-roll those and you try to go get the stats for them. But, sometimes I'll leave really good inscriptions on the bench because I don't have the stats on them. And then I've got like let me give you an example here. This is just a really easy way. Like for my 3rd Arch set, I've got something like this, okay? Like, yeah, that came to me one time. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? And I have never been able to get an inscription to put on it. I've never been able to get a courier shop inscription to put on it. Nothing. But I still run that. Heck yeah, I do. On my 2nd Arch March, I'm going to run that. I mean, that's 10.5% of stats. Why not? So, but that's the kind of stuff that you have to weigh. If you get something like that or close to it, like that's 2.5, that's 3, that's 3.5, and you got an inscription, but you got low rolls on it or you don't have the right troop type, then yeah, I would 100% say go with the stats. So, I've had that armament for a long time. No ARC streams. You guys see me running around in ARC. Chad, what are you doing? And I'm fine in ARC. It's fine. And I know how to lead ARC. That's fine. But it's just, it doesn't float my boat, if you will. I missed an attack on a city. Somebody yell at me. Where's it at? 365 2377. Chad, who you got? I don't know. We might be in that KVK. So if I'm on one side or the other, I'll be like, that's the side I want to win. Yeah, Lion, I think you're right there. I think today might be the day that they kind of get their backs broke. But hey, a full 3-day long Kingsland fight you'll take that, given the alternatives. I've been in Kingslands the last 4 hours. Yeah, I'm 5,000 subs. That's going to be a little bit difficult, but we did reach 3,000 in just over 2 weeks, which I think's good. I have no idea. I've got people hitting me up going, you're on crack, bro. What's wrong with you? How did you do this? And I'm like, is it good? I have no idea. There you go. I yelled at you. Did you yell at me? Let's see here. Okay, these guys are just chilling. I guess they're just waiting on some easy KP. I think this is where the most of the fighting is balling up here. Let's go. Let's get some stuff burned. They're swarming again. Where is this? You can't just say, hey, the city's being attacked. Oh, you gave it to me. Where is it? 559? 598. Let's go. I got it. Ah, it's right here. Are they going again? They need to go again. That is a slow caravan. Holy jeez. Where's that going? To this guy? Oh. GG. Yeah, this is the part of Kingsland where you start throwing up the city rallies. Just get after it. Oh, Bucky. Man, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for grabbing that Spartan membership. Come hang out with us. Make sure your Discord is tied to your YouTube. You can get in our Spartan room on the Discord server that we've got. It's a lot of fun. Welcome to the Spartan membership, bro. Appreciate that. If Josh will give me $100 if you stream. Yeah, here's the difference. I'm not your typical YouTuber that you know. The guys, listen, the donations are great, and I'm just going to invest it back in because I'm just going to take donations and give member gifting and do all that fun stuff. Are we at 100 likes, by the way? Somebody needs to warn me. $10.93 pushing. Let's go. Wake up, boys. Wake up. Oh, Bucky, great, man. Are you here? Let me just throw a... Let's see. Let's see. What's your Discord handle, Bucky? You got to tell me so I can tag you here. 108 likes. All right, here we go. You guys got to keep me up to breast with that because I on my stream stuff, my analytics, it doesn't tell me. But here we go. Go. Fight it out. You got some numbers, allies. Get after it. Give me the king skill and let's go. There you go. Member gifts. Here we go. The ring's going to get, he's going to get ousted again. Spartan Gaming. Let's go. Sneaky. Typhon Gaming. Let's go. Left the Spartan. Let's go. Humphrey. Josh. What are you doing, man? Bucky 73. I don't see you in my Spartan room. It might take you take a couple of minutes. When you see it, tag me in that. Make sure I see that you're in there, buddy. Let's go. Spartan Gaming. Let's go. All the people. You know what the most fun is about the member gifting? We're almost going to get to the point where everybody in the chat is a member. Hey, listen, the ring. You gotta make sure that member gift accepting is on, bro. Too many Spartans in one chat. 100%. Go get them, boys. No running. No running. Go run it down, y'all. Don't run. Thank you so much, Josh. I appreciate that, buddy. And Bucky, thank you so much for joining the Spartan membership. We need another name. Everything revolves around Spartan for me. Because, like, my icon, the Chadsky thing is kind of an ode to the Thermopolis 300 type deal. And we need a different name for kind of that membership tier. Smaguli? I'll do that overview here in just a few. Okay, so here's what's going on. So yesterday, at the top and the side here, in the west side here, they've been like this since they got into Kingsland. Both of these. I think there are 1 or 2 flags advanced here, and that's where everybody kind of thought, conventional wisdom. I'm not the greatest KVK strategist as far as territory goes, but that's where I would have gone. I would have gone right to the pass, try to cut them off. That's the fastest way you can win Kingsland. But they've decided to kind of stay there, and maybe 93's trying to drop some power, and they just want a longer Kingsland, and they're just going right up the middle. They've just been building and burning here. Now, it's not a free burn. The Allies have not. I haven't seen one free burn, and so the Allies have like tried to make it difficult for 93. And so they've been going a long, hard way. But yesterday, right here is where the line was as far as the merge. And now 93 has pushed and built all the way down here. So they've done a really good job of methodically going about it. It hadn't been one of those situations where you wake up and all this is blue, like I've seen in KVK sometimes. So the Allies are still fighting, man. They're still hanging on. Okay, so what 93 does there is they kind of run through here and clean it out. They're going to regroup, and then they're going to go rally this thing or this one over here. They're going to get this stuff burning. That's kind of what their goal is. But the Allies still have enough uptime right now to where they can at least put some people on the field. The Iron Chad. Well, we already had, Josh, we already have an idea. If we're going to do like an upgraded membership, and I would, you know, I get hit up so much of people saying, hey, you know, can you help me with my account? Can you help either do an account review, help put me on the right path? People offer to pay me to do that. And I'm like, guys, listen, like, there was no amount of money you could pay me to make it worth my time, you know, to take away like from my job, right? my companies I run. However, I do love helping people. So like small questions and things like that. Hey, I've got these, you know, commanders. What 2 infantry should I run? That's easy stuff, and I'll help out as much as I can, especially in the Spartan room. You guys tag me there. I always make sure and reply there first. But we started thinking about this, and it's like, okay, what kind of cool service can we give? I don't want to be in a situation where, hey, we've got a $9.99 membership, or we got like a $20 membership, or a $50 membership. And okay, what are the perks? What do you get there? You know, I'm not all about that. I'm more of a volume guy. I'm more of a let the whole community get involved. That's why the memberships now are pretty cheap, pretty easy. Most everybody's getting one. Hopefully you like it and you continue to keep subscribing if you've got a member gift. But the question came up like, hey, what if there was like a higher tier, and that's kind of your 300 group, if you will. What if there's a higher tier and part of the perks of that membership are account reviews? You get a monthly account review where me or Cortex or Crix or Peace or somebody sits down with you and goes through your account, and we put you on a path. You know, how much would people like that? It's probably more for younger players, but there's older players too. When I go to Kingdoms, I do account reviews. That's one of the things, the services I provide to the Kingdom. Either if I'm running the Kingdom, I'll do that for players, or if we're in a kingdom like 2268 or 2293, I'll literally sit down and spend a half hour with players, and they'll stream their account to me. We'll go through it. We'll look through it. But maybe there's a highlighted membership to where, you know, I put out videos while I review your account, while we go through kind of a plan for you. And it's like an account review series we do. But to get that, that's part of the perks of being in a higher membership, kind of maybe being in our quote unquote 300 club or whatever. Do you guys like that idea? Do we not like that idea? I have no idea. We don't want fast/slow because we don't because we don't have that many whales for my type of strategy. No, I know that. You guys do it so methodically, dude. I mean, it is just so good. I mean, 93, the style of their kingdom sets up for just about any kind of KVK. Any kind of KVK. And so it is really, really good how 1093 kind of do their stuff. But guys, the 1093 Lion is in the chat here. Like, he's giving you play-by-play. He's telling you exactly what's going on here. So that's part of the benefit of being on the stream. You want to know what's going on? Tag Lion. So what are you guys thinking? Where are you guys going? How come you didn't do this? How come you didn't do that? I'll let you answer all those, Lion. New migration system, big imps like they have in the past, albeit still smaller. Yeah, I think with the ticketing situation, you can get players in, but like, listen, the floor of the Imperium line is so low, you can't do it like you used to. You just can't do it. You can't. The trend right now, and that's part of the reason why, gosh, we started it a year and a half ago when we left the big kingdom we were in and started the 2605 project. The trend now is one alliance kingdoms. That's the trend right now. Put all your farms and alts in the second alliance, keep the power mitigated over there, and then you're able to really do well when it comes to fighting and keeping below a good enough number to where if you have a hard KVK, you can drop Imperium and get a migration. That's kind of that's a trend right now. Henry Rally, let's roll. So you guys like the idea? Something like that? We'll figure it out. Man, should I put up a poll? I'll just do that. Because I'm not like, listen, guys, I'm a man of the people. That is my deal. Chadsky, man of the people. And if you guys want some sort of idea on kind of an upgraded membership, then that's something that I'll consider doing. See why Garrison reports? Guys, they've been pretty good. I mean, when you can keep that thing full, I mean, it does really well, especially against the infantries. It does really well. Swarm is in. Oh, man. Kicking back 5K whites. Boy, they are stuffing this thing. Got some big players here. A little bit there. 5K whites. That's good. People are dropping power. Oh, now it's going down. 1,200. Like, people look at this. You can look at these numbers right here. I'm pointing at it. 1,500. 700. Almost dead. There you go. When those counterattack kickouts from a Gorgo Hera on a flag start getting below 2,000, then the garrison is getting low. It's getting really low. If they stay, 3,000 to 4,000, it's still okay. If it's a 5,000, it's staying microed really good. But the minute they fall below 2,000 and then definitely down to about 1,000, then it's about to pop. That's how you have to look at those. The people's Chad. Yeah, if you've only got 120 players and you're doing a one alliance thing, you got to make sure everybody's fighting. Everybody's fighting. I think the vacation aspect will kind of help a little bit because people do have to take time off. I've always been in kingdoms and always led kingdoms where we cater. I don't mean cater. We just always have a lot of service people, right? Whether they're in, dude, I had a guy one time that was in the Dutch, Dutch Navy SEALs, like whatever the highest of the high end in Holland was, and it was so funny watching him have conversations with some of my other guys that are kind of in the service in Britain or in the States, and so but those guys get deployed, and girls, we've had those too. They get deployed. Like, what do you do? And they can't actively go fight a KVK, so you got to give them an avenue to maybe take a KVK off. So what if I buy it just to buy it? 1093 is doing really well in this KVK. Karma. See why Attila is actually really good? Oh, I believe that. I'd even put it above Gorgo Attila. Oh, I don't know. I think it probably could be pretty good. I mean, straight healing. Attila's not doing anything to nerf CY. Yeah. I would love to put CY behind my Attila. Run calves. See what happens. That might be broken. Yeah, healing makes it brutal. If you think about that, if you go swarm a CY Attila flag, and CY is he's healing constantly, so it's hard to get the flag killed. And then Attila's just helping kick out so much. And CY too. CY's got that counterattack buff. And so you just kick out so much damage. You're like, you want to swarm this thing? Come on. CEO level type of coaching? That's funny you ask. Yes, I do love Attila, Josh. Sanctum, that's funny you ask. So Peace was always the spearhead on the leadership stuff that we always did, right? She's absolutely exceptional. One of the best organized people I've ever been around. She was exceptional. And she was no BS. Like, she would get in people and she'd rail on people if she had to, which was always kind of deserved. But she was, she really, really loved communities and stuff like that. So she was like, hey, a leadership 101 series, of videos, and show people how to kind of do things at off season, how to control your power, little nuances that you need to know, how to run your Diplo, how to do your migration, who you put in charge of migration. That's really important. All the different things, how to try to have fixed MGEs, how to do different things. And to older players or people who aren't in leadership, you don't really care too much. But you might if you just love the game and you want to see how leadership thinks. But there are just so many, there's not an avenue and there's not a stream right now as far as an information stream for leadership on how to do it, exactly how to do it. You get it on the periphery, There'll be other streamers and content creators out there that'll give you advice of like, well, hey, this is what you got to do. And the number one thing I always say about leadership, okay, first and foremost, people cannot say this enough. Nepotism kills kingdoms, straight up. Like, it does not matter. If you favor your buddies, if you favor certain people in leadership, you're going to get exposed and your kingdom's going to die eventually. It's just not going to work. I'm just telling you. Because you said people look for that stuff. You start, ranking up MGE fixed ranks for friends of yours, or, they don't make their dead requirements, but they're allowed to stay in the kingdom while you're kicking other people out. That kind of stuff kills kingdoms. So Cerberus, no. Pieces that it lives in a whole nother country. But her and I have been together for a long time in the game. Our little group has been together for a very, very long time. And yeah, she's always done really well. So she would be somebody I would lean on for that. Crix as well, Cortex, some of the people I've known a long time that have done leadership with me. Because there's certain ways you can do it. And it's not easy. It's hard. It is really hard. Okay, I'm going to do this poll. Yeah, what should the poll be? Anybody know? Should poll be just a quick question of like, hey, like if we add a monthly account review that we where are we at here? We're over here. I'm going to type this out. Y'all probably hear my typing. All right, we'll put this out. See what you guys say. Simple question. Would a monthly account review be a good perk for a higher tier membership? If you guys don't think so, then just say no. Hey, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. All right, 93, another flag burned. Cities burned, flags burned. Everything's burning. Everything. Does Chad let me spend more money? Albarat, yes, I am in the U.S. About as American as it gets. But I'm a friendly American. I'm a man of the people over here. Where are we going now? Oh, we're going over here. Let's get this thing burned. Okay, new objective. Here they come. Whee! Get there, boys. Gotta go fast. Should you do membership coaching? Sean, would you join in a Discord call with a monthly review? Yeah, like if we put out like a higher tier membership and we did it with like an account review every month. And I mean, heck, I don't care. I mean, the content's the content. We can even record it, put a video about it, and then put it up on YouTube. If you don't mind, if you want your account reviewed, it doesn't matter what kind of account you have. Here's the thing that people have to understand. Like for streamers and content creators to do account reviews, it has to be like crazy good. Like my account would get reviewed. Like Plato did my account. Like if you can go do a Fluffy account or a Pho account, or back in the day, a Leopard account, or some of the Addy or some of these massive, huge accounts, Yoda account review, that kind of thing. Those are kind of the high end type. People want to see that, right? But honestly, if you're providing a service for membership to people who are doing account reviews and you record that stuff and you just go put it out on YouTube, you have no idea how that all of a sudden relates. 85 million power player. I run 4 marches. I'm trying to think what's my next step for a 5th march. Okay, you go through an account review on that. That is attractive for a lot of people. They're in a lot of the same situation that you're in. So other people will watch that. And so those aren't going to be super high viewers, but it does provide a good service. You maybe tag that with like, hey, account review, 85 million power account. This is what they want. And you put that up in as far as content goes. So yes, happy Americans exist. So happy all the time. Well, we're playing a game, y'all. I mean, as competitive as it gets, I get super competitive. It's as competitive as it gets, you got to just enjoy yourself. Ah, here it is. Thank you. Calday, thank you so much for giving me this. We're dropping flags. Okay, allies are pushing. Where's this flag at? I don't even see it. Where's the building flag? Is it under here? Oh, there it is. That's aggressive. Okay. You're going to start seeing a slew of blue marches start running this way. I like this little tactic here. Keep them away from the building flag. Okay. Oh, I got 7 minutes on. You better have a rally on that thing. Do a Chiz account review. He reviews his own account every day. I mean, people already know his account. This guy. Love the idea of leadership training videos. And listen, it doesn't have to get too nuanced in training, but there are simple leadership 101 things that you'd be surprised people just do not know. Like they just don't know. Like simple stuff. And there's different tiers to it. You know, if you're running a B seed kingdom or a low A seed, you know, you're not really as concerned about, you know, your power management if you are when you're kind of creeping into the Imperium conversation. You know, migration videos. How do you set up a migration? You want to have a Discord server. You want to make sure you got the right person out there talking to people. That's a lot of the common mistakes people use are, you know, if you're trying to really attract high-end players, high-end whales and players to your kingdom, like super impact players that, you know, 120 million power that do crazy numbers in KVK and send troops to die and zero themselves. The best kind of players, right, that are the most effective. Or really, really good, you know, 80 million power players that have 9 farms and they do so much to help your kingdom. They fill, they do all the things. Those are the kind of players you want. And you just got to be careful of who's out there recruiting those kind of players. You know, I mean, you don't know. Sorry. And this isn't for any offense to the free-to-plays out there. But if you're trying to attract high level players, okay, you don't roll out the 73 million power or 78 million power player with 2 billion kill points trying to talk to a 130 million power whale with 20 billion kill points. You just don't do that. They don't relate. That's like trying to recruit Patrick Mahomes. Oh, rally in. Let's go. That's like trying to recruit Patrick Mahomes in free agency, and he comes to your city, whatever city it might be or team it might be, and you put him with the kicker. You don't do that. You make sure all of your best players are hosting him and talking to him at a high level. So that's one of the nuances that, you know, you get into migration, you get into recruitment. You got to make sure you got the right people kind of as the face of your recruitment. The best recruiting I've seen is when the king is involved and he or she is a high level player, or one of the best fighters is involved and they're part of the leadership. Those are your best recruiters, if you will. Flag dead. That was easy. Maybe they're just trying to take pressure off some other things. Copy's in here. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you, copy leader. Yeah, copy leader. If you want to throw the gift codes in there, anybody want to throw the new gift codes for today in there in the chat? Go ahead. It's like taking Chad to K2. You don't do that. That would be wonderful. We could take my alt there. You guys want to open up some armaments on my alt account? I've got a Kingsland fight on Tuesday. Like, let's go. I don't even think I've shown my alt account on here. We could do that. I got to work the armaments a little bit on my alt. I kind of got stuck. I started doing hollow and then went to arch. Who is cis Patrick Mahomes? He's the best quarterback on the planet right now. Plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's won a bunch of Super Bowls with them. And if you're going to go recruit him as a free agent to your team, you don't have him hang out with the kicker. You have him hanging out with the best players you got. My alt's in 2605, guys. That's what we've been talking about. Just hanging out in 2605. I'm still caretaking that kingdom. Like it's still, like Yoda's still there. Now his account's asleep, but he's still there. But there's not very many alts left or not very many mains left in that kingdom, if any. I don't think any of them are. So, but I do have some armaments I need to buy over there, or I have some armaments I need to open over there. We can do that. You guys want to open some armaments? We can watch this from my alts account. We can do that too. Let's see here. Do that. Just working on a couple of things here. Why did Yoda quit? I think he had some real life stuff going on. He vanished. He was such a just massive player, and he was so good. I don't know. One day Yoda might come back. You'll see some people who are pretty close to him in the chat every now and then. Cherry will jump in here. She knows him extremely well. Last time I talked to Yoda was a few months ago. I think he's doing okay so far. Do I win all the MGEs? Yeah, in the kingdom I'm in. I definitely have to, listen, people will tell you, I'm not a selfish guy. So I always kind of use my gold heads. Any kingdom that I'm in, I'll be their best top 1 or 2 fighters, DKP wise and stuff like that. But unless it's cavalry, I don't really ask for a bunch of MGE spots. But with my alt account hanging out in 26, that's the one benefit of being the caretaker of 2605. I win just about all the MGEs. 549, 602. Okay, let's go there. Oh, here we go. Let's get some stuff burning. I told you they were going to come back to this flag. You knew that's where they were going. Let's see. Bunny quit a long time ago. I don't know if Yoda will come back. I definitely remember Ticklefist and King of Armenia. They also quit. They quit a long time ago. If you really wanted to pay for an account review for money, they're really not using their resources very well. You know, that's interesting because some people have disposable income, right? Some people have money that they're more than willing to spend. I will tell you this straight up. Part of the reason why I really supported a lot of the streamers, and especially streamers that were doing like Chisco and stuff when I first started playing the game, is because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And the only way to get access to those guys was to go join like their high membership, and you could actually talk to them. And so I'm a little bit more available. Like in my Discord, you'll see me in the general chat all the time. But at the same time, you know, people that are spending money in the game, paying 20, 30 bucks for a membership to go get your account reviewed, that's priceless, man. And there's enough videos out there, and everybody's watching the videos to see what you want to do with your account. However, to have somebody that's been in the game for a half decade that knows just about everything about it and will sit there and personally go through your account with you and give you a plan, people, I mean, that's not a bad way to spend a little bit of money. Because you can probably save money in the end by not making mistakes. So, but yeah, I mean, from that standpoint, there's so much information out there. But still, regardless of how much information's out there, sometimes it contradicts one another. You know, you might hear other content creators say stuff that I don't say or I completely disagree with. And so it confuses people. Like, what do? Chad said this. OmniArc said that. Chisco said this. Apo said that. Redline said this. You know, everybody says different things. C-Will says this. Now, C-Will is somebody I would definitely listen to. But it's just all different. Cloth, what are you doing, buddy? Like if I was new in the game, I would 100% wouldn't mind paying. And I kind of did in a way by just joining some of the high-end memberships of some of the content creators that have been playing the game for a few years. And I got invaluable information, not just from them, but when you get into some of their high-end chats on some of the Discords that they have, you got high-end people in there and they'll all help you. I mean, it's just like mine right now. You can go ask something in the membership chat I've got on my Discord, and you got people that know their stuff. That I don't have to answer all the questions. They can jump in and answer it. It's the same thing with our general chat. That's all part of the community, and having that access to do that. When it comes to archers, yeah, Will knows his stuff, man. He's really good. He's really good. He's really, really, really good. And it's just when you live in that troop type lifestyle, you know everything every commander does. So you see things that if a new commander comes out, you can already see synergies with other commanders. Like, hey, I see that. That's like me with Cavs. Like I can if you give me a Cav commander, a new one, I'll tell you exactly who they need to be paired with. I'll tell you exactly how you need to run your marches, and I can definitely lay that out for you. Yeah, I mean, Samuel, you can expand your horizons a little bit. It doesn't have to be relegated down to the 3 people. There's other people that you can go follow. And yeah, Cloth, they've done some good pushing. 93, they're doing good. This is their route. They're going down this way, and they're basically going to split this thing up. They've said that I think Lion was saying that the 06 crew. Who are they? These guys or the 65 crew? I can't remember which one. Or these guys. The 06 crew is the toughest to go against. So that's who they're trying to eradicate right now. True champ. Yeah, we always had a little fun with our alliance descriptions in 2605. We tallied up the losses. We didn't tally up the wins. We highlighted the losses we had because we lost so much. And it was just honestly, it ended up being kind of what kind of halted the 2605 project was the fact that we were just taking suicide KVKs. Just crazy stuff. Like we had so many members that just want to win KVK. And I respect that. I get that. But we had so many members that were not happy about us allying a 1v3 rather than just taking an ally and easily winning that KVK that we did. We did a 1v3. We murdered ourselves on it. We suicided that thing. That's the way we loved it. It was so much fun to play in. And that's just a style of play. I think that you've got, allies pushing below the zig. Let's go. Eleanor in the flag. Like, see, look, Eleanor kicks out damage, y'all. It's not that bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not that bad. They're going to get this thing burned. Keep going, boys. You got it. You got it. Almost there. Got it. Good job. Yeah, it's hard when you see a bunch of blue marches rolling in. You're like, you better get this burned. For one march, rather go Luce with CPO 5511 Prime or LC with William Wallace 5551 as a free to play. I'd have to look at Wallace's skills again, but I would think a Wallace in the synergies with the smite and the smite tree and all that. Wallace 5551 with Luce is probably going to outperform a 5511 CPO with Luce. That's what I would guess. Smite tree is just really good with William Wallace. Really, really good. Okay, we'll end the poll here. How many votes did we get on the poll? Show it to me. 131 votes. 83% say yeah. Okay. Higher tier membership would do the... Okay, cool. I will take that. Throw it in here. Make sure everybody sees it. It's good feedback. Do I plan to migrate again? I mean, eventually I'll probably migrate, but yeah, we're doing fine in 2293. We're going to go fight this KVK. This should be a lot of fun, this Britain KVK. Okay, Allies got a flag burn. That's good. Okay, what's 1093 doing? They got a couple of different fronts going on here. Are they coming back over here? Is that what they were trying to get done? Yeah. I would probably... that's a tough question. You're splitting hairs there. As far Caldeck, just quick question: if you can invest in one commander, would you replace Alex with Wallace, or would you replace William with Belly? If he's running 5 marches, he's looking for an upgrade. Man, you're probably splitting hairs there. They're probably just, I would, because Luce Alex is so good, y'all. It's so good. And Wallace is an upgrade. It's definitely an upgrade. A lot of people swear by keeping William in your cavalry lineup, just because he just still does so much utility with his AoE. But I love Belly. I'm just a Belly fan, and I run Belly every 100 times out of 100 over William. And mainly because if you run 4, 5, or 6 or 7 marches, the all damage debuff that Belly does, I just think it's too broken. I mean, you just have to have it. And so, but you could go either way, because I think Wallace upgrading from Alex is, for me, is about the same as Belly upgrading from William, the Cav commander. But most people will probably say Wallace over Alex. That would probably give you the most feedback there. How many gems does it take to max a wheel? Well, if you're going to do 180 spins, I want to say it's about 90,000, 87,000 gems, something like that. If you do 100 spins, I think it's like, I don't know, 50,000 gems. I mean, it takes some gems. Go for Cavs. You can support the RSS. Yeah, everybody gets torn about that. Now, here's the other thing with Alex that people have to understand. And this is why, this goes back to the last video I did about commanders. If you're going to invest in K1 and K2 commanders, Alex is a great investment because he transcends into the late game. You have to think about how this game is going to forecast out, right? Odds are when they put out the next infantry commanders, you're going to get more smite. And if you get another smite in the field, then that's an easy placement with William Wallace. And then all of a sudden, if you're running 2 smite marches, you can run that new commander with William Wallace, and then you still have your Luce and Alex. And so with that, and the fact that guess who's kind of coming up on a 3rd relic for the museum buff? Yeah, that's right. Alex will eventually get a 3rd relic, and when he does, it's going to either be more defense or more normal damage mitigation, however they're going to do it, and he becomes even more valuable. So, let's see, 70K, 72K for the wheel. Okay, that sounds better, Bucky. That's right. 70K gems for 100 spins. Is that right? Or is it 72K? I always do 180 spins. Oh, Sanctum, he puts it in there. Okay, that's the one I will trust. They're going to put 69,200 gems. Okay. Bishal, I'm doing good, man. How many likes are we up to? Are we up to 200 likes yet? 200 likes, we'll do another member gifting. Where are we at? Take this off. We'll do this one. Let's see. 143 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. We were going to do some armaments on the alt. I guess we can do that. Or I can just hold them and do all the armaments maybe in a stream tomorrow after the armament bundle comes out, because I got to do a bunch of my main too. We'll just do that. That sounds like fun. Xeno is due for a museum buff. I think YSS is the next on the list. YSS is the next museum buff we're going to get, and that's going to be awesome. Yeah, it'll be difficult to choose who to bench on the Cavs, and that's FM. That's like for the new Cavs that are coming out. That's the hard part. You know, the Cavs always had like 4 really good commanders. When Huo came out, you had Nevsky, Joan, Huo, and William. 4 easy, set it and forget it. And honestly, they're so good, and they're still so good even to this day. But they put out Belly. Now all of a sudden you have 5 Cavs for 2 marches. Okay, well, how are you going to do Belly? And people like me who run 3 Cav marches, you're still running like XY. And so you need, like, there's a lot of players out there that run 3 Cavs, a lot of players. And if you run 3 Cavs, then getting another Cav, if you get a really good one for the field, something with AoE, a lot of damage and stuff, you can bench XY and you can run 3 skill damage Cav marches. And I think that's what a lot of people want to do. I'm a little bit different because I run so much smite with my infantry marches that I like to run AT. I run Attilla Takeda still because of Takeda's burn effect. And maybe that might be something for my Cav marches on a Cav march video that, hey, this is something to think about. The more, and this is a theory, but it's not really a theory. It actually works because I used it. When I put Takeda in the field and I ran 4 smite commanders, okay, because I ran William Wallace with CPO Africanas in the field, okay, and then I ran Gorgo with Luce. Gorgo with Luce is still a broken march. It's still unbelievable. And so I had 4 high damage smite commanders. Well, when I ran Takeda, I would get the burn effect to fire off about once every 6 seconds. And odds are one of my smite commanders was firing off in that second. And when it does, it's kaboom. I mean, it just red numbers. Like, holy cow, where did that come from? Because you're basically putting the 50% normal damage debuff on the target. That anything that hits it is going to get it. So here's what's interesting. As these smite commanders come out and you're thinking about marches for your Cavs and stuff and murder balls, don't be surprised if you start seeing more ATs out in the field. Because if I've got a whole bunch of people with me and I'm running smite everywhere and I tell them, you know, everybody run Attilla Takeda, let's put burn effects on all these targets in the murder ball. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. So I think that can be really, really good. All right, get some questions here. Frosty, what's up, buddy? Dee Dee. Do you think all the quality of life updates are a response to Age of Empires? Yes, I think, I'm not going to say maybe directly, but I am a capitalist free enterprise guy. Okay. And here's how this works in competition. If anybody wants to know, you get better as a company and you get better with your product if you have competition. 100%. I mean, it is just, that's the way the free market works. And so it's amazing. I think sometimes Lilith and Rock they've gotten away with relying on just the mechanics of the game in general to help keep the game going while competitors are punching away at them with different types of games. But I think we're getting to a point now where people are catching up with their game development and they're putting out games that have a lot of these same aspects in city building war games. And the more they do that, I think the response from Lilith has been really, really good. They know that more competitors are coming, and they know they have a game that's still growing. And so I think not necessarily directly, but definitely indirectly, they are definitely putting out more quality of life stuff. They're definitely putting out more things to make the game more enjoyable, more stories, more content on the game. And I think that's always a really, really good thing. So I'm a big believer in competitors. AT still gives a lot of set wounds. It does, man. Do I think Nevsky will be replaced anytime soon? I don't know, man. It just kind of depends. Here's the thing, and here's how I kind of rank. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different opinion. But if I was starting out today with one Cav March, if I was starting out today with one Cav Commander, I could just go get one, and I had 0. I would probably go get Joan. Collectively, she does more damage than all of them. She does the AoE. She does the second proc. She does a lot of things, and she's got some different debuffs, and the all damage debuff she does, or I should say the all damage buff she does. It's just 5%, but it's great. The rage buff she does, and then all the different things that she does with AoE. She's fast. She does all the things. I would probably put her as the last one right now that will be retired, or the highest priority for me. And then I think the highest priority March for me, if I had to choose all over again, would be Huo Joe. I think Huo's better than Nevsky. Now, Nevsky is, you're splitting hairs a little bit, because Nevsky's almost just as good, in my opinion, in the field. But Nevsky also provides the rally aspect. You can put him in a Garrison in the pass if you absolutely have to. You can do all kinds of stuff with Nevsky that you can't do with Huo. But I think if you just had to pick one Cav March, Huo Joan is probably going to be the most effective and best. I wish they could make Leonidas much better. 100%. AT better than XY Mehmed. That's up to you, man. I mean, if you're running Smite Marches, AT might be good. I think you'll be happier with the trades because AT's generally going to trade pretty well. Oh, we're going over here. Let's go. We're building this flag again. Now they learn. They built it back here. Good. Don't build it right here. I think they wanted to try to clip this flag if they could. But the other flag placement was right here. That wasn't smart. But AT, yeah, it's just, he just doesn't quite do as much damage. There's just not enough skill damage, like the other skill damage deals kind of do better. So an XY Mehmed will definitely do more skill damage and be more potent than AT, but the second it gets focused, it's gone, bro. Even with 30% health that Mehmed's going to provide from the museum buff to XY, that's going to get melted pretty good. Of AoE. Let me kind of go through some of these questions here. It'd be super cool if you could do something with Leo to make Leo Gorgo have pairing synergy. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. People kind of forget that's a husband and wife situation. We definitely need more top kingdoms. Bishal, that would be something I think a lot of people would argue with. I think that's gotten much better. So you say Lilith does something other companies don't. It actually listens to its consumer. That used to not be the sentiment, but they have definitely, over the last couple of years, they have really done a better job of listening to their consumer base, listening to the players who play the game. I would agree with that. It's gotten better. I don't think it's necessarily meta compared to other companies, but it's definitely, they're going in the right direction. Never Huo makes no difference. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, Richard. Joan as a secondary, that will be the strongest March you can put out there. I mean, it's really good. Huo does more damage. He fires off quicker. You know, people still do love Nevsky's skill damage bonus that he gives. 25% perpetual skill damage bonus, and then he's got the 35%, you know, after an active skill is fired off. So that's, you know, 60% skill damage. That's like YSG numbers. That's crazy. Who wants to party? No idea. Sunday Funday. There you go. Throw a party. Can I run Zuge YSG as one archer March? Yeah, of course. 100%. If you got a 3 relic YSG, you put him behind Zuge. Now it's going to be squishy, a little bit slow, but that thing fires off. I mean, it's just going to do massive damage everywhere. If you could have one commander of each troop type, who would it be? I would do, for me, since cavalries are coming up, I would do King Arthur Cavalry Commander. That would be wonderful. Give us an AoE cav we haven't had in a while for the field, and let's go hammer. Oh my gosh. Yes, Josh, I agree. It's 100% better than it was before. Rock definitely lost quite a lot of whales lately. No, they didn't. Their revenue doesn't show that. I mean, they're still gaining so much revenue and increasing their business. People get a misconception because we get used to seeing big whales in the game, krakens and stuff like that. And we see them quitting, and we're just like, oh my gosh, all the whales are quitting. Like, there's no more whale. No, that's not true. Trust me. There's whales everywhere. There's krakens everywhere. There's 100, 200, 300, 400 million counts. They're popping up everywhere. So they're in a really good place of replenishing that stuff when, you know, big time players fall off. And generally what happens is, you know, those accounts end up continuing to be played at a pretty high level. Sundays are for relaxing and eating well. I completely agree. Smittus, thank you so much. Thanks for joining. George Washington Cav Command. You start getting into some musket situations. Napoleon Cav Commander. Yeah, copy leader, I'm with you. Robin Hood Archer is long overdue. I mean, Britain's an archer civilization. Like, the longbow is so iconic with ancient war history. Like, there's so many tales of Robin Hood. Like, how you don't have Robin Hood. It just doesn't make any sense. They didn't lose you, Josh. You're coming back. Come on. Come hang out. You're going to find a new community with us. You're going to hang out with us. And it's going to be awesome. When will we get a face reveal? I don't think anytime soon. I'm pretty recognizable, kind of, especially in my area where I live. And nobody knows I do this game. And so I did media for a long time, guys. I played sports at a high level for a long time. And so I've kind of got a recognizable face in the areas that I'm in. Yeah, hit the like button. We get to 200 likes. We're going to throw up some memberships. Why so many whites? Like, this is giving you OCD, Josh. Oh, my gosh. Let's go. Look at the allies pushing back. They're going to get this thing built. Let's go, guys. Is it not full? 15 minutes? I got a ways to go. This is the thing. Oh, here they all come. GG. .1093, so they're so good with their timing of their taking down flags. They don't panic. No, Josh, you've done enough, bud. Who's my money on? 93 of the rest. Well, I'm not a bet man, but if I were to bet, I would probably say 93 is going to outlast this thing and take these guys. But it's been a great fight, and the Allies have done a really good job. What sports did I play? I was a football player, bro. Oh, thank you, puppy. Appreciate your help. We're the Sunday morning plebs. You're not wrong there either, Blood Crown. Or Blood Crow. That's yes. Oh, gosh, Josh, you did it again. Why do you got to do that, bro? You got to get back in this game, man. And we got to have some fun together. Chad said I had to. Oh, you guys that are getting gifted memberships, tell Josh thank you so much. Come join us in the Discord. Be sure you join my Discord. The link's in the top of the chat. And definitely come hang out with us. Rio the Majestic, Warwick, Lizard Jesus, CJ Reynolds, Gypsy Danger. Let's see. Brentley, Fate Changer. Thank you so much. The fun part about the member gifting. Are we at 200 likes, by the way? Have we gotten there? The fun part about the member gifting is that I get to see people who are online but aren't in the chat. So it's always funny to see who's online watching. Nepali Gorka. Ooh, that would be good. I don't think adding this game is based around ancient war history, right? I think the cutoff is kind of Mehmed. Mehmed, maybe Cordova, he's got like the musket stuff. Mehmed, when he took over Constantinople, he used cannons for the first time. Like, I think that's the limit. That's like where it gets. And I don't know if that's like around 1500 AD, somewhere around there. I think that's like the limit. You go past that, then, war completely changes with the advent of firearms. What's the best fast archer march? Ash Herman is pretty fast if you just want to go speed. I think Ash Herman's a really good one. Edward the Longshanks. Oh, gosh, here we go. Pingu. Oh, jeez. World War One tanks. Trench warfare. Shazar Henry outside of Alliance territory will be very fast. Shazar's got she's got some march speed with Henry. Especially for on the attack side and you're getting out of Alliance territory. I think, yeah, you definitely can tap into the Greeks. Alexander the Great was more of a Macedonian, but you can definitely tag in, you got so many of those heroes. Achilles, Odysseus, Agamemnon, Menelaus. You got all these crazy, crazy heroes on the Greek. Ajax. You got so many Greeks that you could do now that you have the Greek civilization. Achilles would be ideal. He would be amazing. Two best accessories for a Scipio Aemilianus rally. I would probably go with Horn and Greatest Glory if you don't have a threat of swarm. We have seen that a critted Greatest Glory versus a critted ring on a smite commander, the Greatest Glory will give you more all damage per second. I think it gives you like 6.5% all damage per second. The ring critted gives you like 5.5 when you average it out. That's kind of how that works. Why do you think Lilith has released Sun Tzu Prime? It has not released Sun Tzu Prime. I don't know. I mean, Sun Tzu is kind of the jewel of ancient Chinese, war, if you will. So I expect a Sun Tzu Prime at some point. I expect him to be broken, and I would love for him to have like the same kind of attributes. I love his rage generation with his AOE. Like, do that again. Like, just make it better. Marcus Aurelius, yes, that's another one. Achilles would break the game. He's like, you can't kill him. Oh, yeah, you can definitely get some Native American stuff going on in here. But that's, again, we're getting into the firearm era of war. And I think this is pretty simple. You're running marches, you're fighting melees, you're doing all that. You start doing cannons and guns, it changes everything. If this garrison could get reinforced, this garrison would wreck this rally. Eleanor with Hera would wreck this thing. Oh, swarm is in. There you go. Let's count it down here. 49, 42, 4,200, 5,000. They are reinforcing. I think it's this guy. He's probably reinforcing it. 3,000. Oh, there's a proc. 4,000. Back down to 3. 2,300. Uh-oh. Getting below 2,200 soon. 1,500. 1,100. It's about to pop. Let's go. Keep filling it. 1,200. All right. It's about done now. See ya. Yes, Gronkowski would be like Achilles. That would be great. You want to see Vlad the Impaler? Yes, that would be a good one. Oh, that would be awesome. What's crazy is okay, so Ragnar Prime that's getting ready to put out, he's got a drain effect, all right? That would have been perfect for Vlad the Impaler to have a drain effect, almost like a vampire effect, right? To where you're draining attributes from the target and you're giving them to yourself. That would be so good. What civ do I think is next? That's interesting. That is interesting. You've got pretty much the kind of the ancient Arabic situation worked out with Arabia, the Ottoman Empire. Like you got that all kind of squared away. Let's see. You divided up now the Romans and the Greeks, which is good. France, of course. Germany, of course. Britain, of course. I don't know if you could do like Carthage. You could do like a Hannibal Barca Carthage situation. I have no idea. Aren't like 15% of the world's population related to Genghis Khan? It's something crazy like that. Like that dude he was putting his seed everywhere. Mayans, yeah, that's one. That's another one you can look at. Russia as a civilization. That would be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. I guess just like kind of you got Rome and you spun off the Greeks, even though the Greeks were definitely ahead of the Roman times. You could maybe do a Celts. You could do like maybe a Scottish spin-off of Britain. Put Robert the Bruce in there. One commander that people don't talk about is Eric the Red. Like, can we get an Eric the Red commander in the game? Okay. Has anybody ever heard of Eric the Red? We all have, right? Like Eric the Red. He was more of a Viking, right? I think he was like... I think he was more of the Viking genre. That would be kind of cool. Let's see. Prussian Empire, okay. Now we're talking. Nevsky and Vlad the Impaler would be Russian. Well, who else in Russia though? Right? You gotta have like multiple people. Oh man. Ivan the Terrible. Okay, that would be another one. Give us Thor. Okay. Thor and Odin for the Vikings. Let's go. First Viking in Greenland. Eric the Red. Okay, now we're talking. Oh, man. All right. I don't know if we want to do Stalin as a rock commander. No. Oh, so many things wrong with that. Bjornsson, okay. There's all kinds of guys. This conversation has gone completely to the civilization commander cycle. Jen, have we got a 200 like yet? Where are we at? Are we close? You guys got to keep me updated. Let's see. What do we got? 182. Almost there, fam. Let's go. Let's go. Bella, I did not win the Super Bowl. No. Didn't have the luxury of playing in the Super Bowl. Oh. I think 1093 is doing a pretty good job of continuing to push. They got the flags they want burning. They're going to get down to this one soon. I think they're going to go get this guy taken care of. I don't know if they're building up for this one. They got to get this one burning. Like, they're not burning really any of these. It's time to get going. They got to be somewhere else. Where are they fighting? Over here? Doing a little defense over here. Okay. These both look like they're on the same plane, but just one tick back keeps that one covered. There's still a lot of Chinese commanders from like the Romance of the Three Kingdoms sagas. Like you've got Liu Bei. I think they need to re-release Liu Bu. And I think they're doing a Dynastic Warriors like reboot, or they're doing something with that game in January. So a lot of people are speculating, would they like do a Lubu Prime or a Lubu reboot? Anybody that knows anything about ancient, Chinese warfare and ancient Chinese history, Lubu was like the dude. He was like the guy. And he was crazy. He was absolutely crazy. Switched sides a bunch. He was crazy, but he was like the craziest warrior. King Arthur, yes. Basil the Bulgar? Yeah, let's go. Bucks, did you get a membership? That's unbelievable. Michael Shaw. Bucks, you would 100% be a Vlad the Impaler guy. I could totally see that. Bucky, I got to get ready for Arc here in a bit too, but I got a little bit of time here. Yes, we do have Lubu. We know that. That's what I'm saying, is that they need to re-release it or reboot it or do something with Lubu. Like, it doesn't make sense that you have commanders like X, Y, and Guan that are better than Lubu. That doesn't make any sense. And, to be completely honest, I'm glad they did like CPO, because people that, CPO Africanas, CPO was like the commander that halted in history. This is the stuff I love and that I know and love. He's the one that halted Hannibal. Hannibal was crushing the Romans, and CPO Africanus was the one that beat Hannibal. So it didn't make any sense that Hannibal was like a legendary commander and CPO was like an epic. That didn't make any sense. So I'm glad they did that. They fixed that. Zhu Yun, yes, 100%. Like some of those commanders, Zhang Fi, right? Wasn't there three of them? It was Guan Yu, Zhang Fi, and Liu Bei. Liu Bei was kind of like the leader of them, but those were like the three dragons or whatever they called them. Those were like the three dudes that were inseparable. Yeah, now we're talking. They definitely did Khan dirty in the game. Oh, 100%. Like, Khan is... let's look at this, okay? They make Khan, as we're talking about these commanders, just kind of waiting on these rallies and stuff. They make this dude like, come on. Like, this dude was like, okay, Attila's one thing. Like, they made Attila look like just crazy, okay? He's got a whip, y'all. And he looks like a psycho, okay? It's perfect for his makeup in the game. He literally looks like a lunatic, okay? But this dude, like, it just doesn't fit. He was such a monster. Just a monster. The Mongols, dude, it was unbelievable. Like, they need to re-release this guy. I think they always did Saladin pretty good. He and Richard have like history together, which is all awesome that they incorporated in the game. Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Buster, you need to go see that. They got epic novels about that. There's been video games about it for decades. It's pretty cool. Khan deserved it. You think he deserved all of it for all he did to humanity? Let's make him a chubby glass cannon that does single target damage. Oh, Augustus would be good. Pompey would be okay, I think. Yeah, they maybe had to nerf him in the game since his real life was kind of broken. Khan. Oh, man. All right, let's get to it. Get to rallying. Let's go. Where are we at? Over here. Let's get this done. Oh, balling up. Let's have a little bit of a fight here. Let's go. If you like the stream, guys, throw a thumbs up on it. Subscribe to the channel. Join my Discord. We'll have a good time with this. Jake, thanks for sending me the rating feature. Yes, 100% Buster. Guys, like, listen. At least Khan reduced the carbon footprint of the area in his territory of that time. That whole era. Yes, when you mass kill whole nations. Yes. Ooh, Venom. Yes. Like, okay, so if you have a Persian civilization, like that's kind of, I need to maybe be more educated. But you have the Ottomans. What else do we have? You have Ottomans. You have, let's see. You've got the Ottomans, Arabia. Who else do we have? We have the, do we have Turks? Turkish? What other Persian type of Middle Eastern, Turkey type civilizations do we have? But doesn't Persia kind of encompass all of it? Wasn't it such a massive empire that it was like all of it? Babylon all the way down to, you know, I mean, it was massive. But if you did have a Persian civilization and you released Xerxes and you released Darius and you released some of this, you could do like a Thermopylae KVK, you know, that would be wild. That would be absolutely wild. Macedonia is Greek. Greek is Macedonia. They're the same. It's just basically Northern Greek. 200, Ray, do we get to 200? 578 625. Let's go. Let's go. Trying to get this rallied and burned again. They're holding south of the Zig here. They're doing okay. The Allies are. Trying to burn a little bit. Leonidas would not appreciate that. Percentage of Khan's DNA. Yes, we're all descendants of Khan. Darius fought against Alexander. Was it Darius? I know Nebu did. Nebu and Cyrus were kind of together. I remember that. Egypt. Egypt would probably, I mean, you already have commanders for an Egyptian. We already have Egypt as a, you know, civilization. Oh, they're running now. This is secured. Okay, where are we going? We're going back over here. Nope, it was over here. Here we go. Get this thing rallied, boys. Let's go. Where is this flag touching? Oh, yeah. Get them both burning. There were multiple Darius. Yes, Darius is everywhere. Napoleon for France. Like, you could do some stuff. You could release a French commander, like, I don't know, King Louis. You could do all kinds of stuff for France. Akbar. Yes. Akbar. He doesn't have cavalry. His T5 cavalry are like elephants. You have like little elephants running around. Oh, we'd like to see the War of the Diadochi. Okay. Darius slays. Let's go. Okay. 200 likes. Let's stick true to our promise here. Get some more memberships going. All right. Let's go. Whee! All these guys, like these little guys here, feel pretty powerful. They're driving off a whole army. No. They're going somewhere else. Where are they going? Going over here? I don't know where they're going. Let's see. I don't think that's our Leroy, Buster. Bus driver. Yo, congrats on 3K. Thank you very much. Did bus driver get it? Bus a bus. Let's go. Rock Gosu wife YouTube premier account. Okay. Carl got it. BS. Let's go. Bus driver. Let's go. Raven. Let's go. Oh. Guys, go thank Chad War for the new gifts. Josh, coming in hot. Whee! Everybody gets one except the ring and Jake the dog. Oh, man. PTI, what's going on, man? Thanks for jumping in. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Where are we going? Here? No, archers are not discriminated. We love archers. We don't discriminate against anybody. Guys, check out the emojis I threw up there. Like, here you go. Take that one. Take that one. Take that one. Take that one. I gotta give what's our guy? Electro King a little bit of help. He threw out some emojis for me. It was good. It was really good. How do I get back to my thing here? There we go. Nice. Yeah, I gotta run and go do AoE soon. I still got a few minutes. You physically can't accept gift subs. Okay, that's a you problem, bro. My count is brand account. Jake, I think I've helped support your account enough. You can throw the favor back, you know. Just saying. I mean, how many of y'all think Jake should subscribe on his own? Or get a membership on his own? How many of y'all think? Like, let's get a Jake train going. This is how you do your ball. This is not how you do your ball. I think we just got some players messing around here. No serious organization at that particular spot. I think a lot of them are coming down here. They're back flagging. Okay, they're still doing it, y'all. They're still doing everything they can. I like it. Okay, back over here. Here's where the biggest ball is. I think this is where we're going to get our fights. It seems like everything on both sides kind of tapering off a little bit. People are just kind of exhausted on a Sunday. Yeah, don't pull a Chiskel, Jake. You're going to get called out by everybody. Oh, Cheesy Pants hadn't hit me up for that yet, but he started getting called out in his own Discord. Like, how dare you? Oh, it's good. You want to see 60 GT versus 2377 and 365 versus 1093. That could be interesting. I think between those four, you'd probably do 60 GT 365 alliance, or maybe 60 GT 2377. You put 60 GT and 1093, I think, at different sides. You think the allies are demoralized? Yeah, there's not a whole lot they can do at this point. You know, it did take some work on 1093's part, be very diligent, kind of build how they wanted to build. And so people kind of looking at the map, things have stayed the same up here. They've stayed the same right here. And this is where, this area right here is where 1093 have really been focusing on. I think they're going to try to get 06 out of here. 06, they view 06 as the toughest of all the kingdoms they're fighting, so they're going right for them. Once they can get here, if they can burn enough and build down enough to get to this pass, then it's GG. Make 60 GT and 1093 campmates 100%. That would be great. Oh, man. I can't remember the benefits of VIP 14. Let me go look real quick. Let me go look real quick. What's the difference here? Let's see. I can't pull it up because we're watching the stream. Okay, so 13, you're still at 2. 14, yeah. VIP 14 is kind of a good threshold to work towards. You get 3 gold heads every day. That doesn't sound like much, but over the course of 3 weeks, that's 20 extra gold heads. So I think that's good. Poker Face, when do we queue for KVK? We already have, bro. We're in matchmaking as it happens. Husky, good seeing you, man. Broskies are doing it good. Yes, VIP 14. I think that's your answer. I think that is your answer. We've got a lot of members that have joined today. A lot of gifted memberships. We had a few that people just joined on their own. Let's see. Got this. Oh my. Oh, Sanctum Stone. He asked a pretty long-winded question in our Ask Chat Anything chat on the Discord. Okay, I'll have to get to that later. All right, who's up here and fighting? Is Lion up here anywhere? Ghost Rider doing his thing. GG. Fuzzy, let's go. All right, let's do something here, boys. Whose account is better between mine and Fluffy's? Fluffy's is definitely higher power, higher KP. What that account has done over the last year, it has done a little bit more than I have in KP and Benz over the last year. We're always every KVK we fight. We're pretty much really close to one another, first and second in the kingdom, that kind of thing. So then that account is just so good. It is so busted good. I definitely have the Cav armaments on him. I got some other armaments and setups that he doesn't have. He's got archers, and he's got skill for Cavs. It's maybe a smidge better than mine. But our counts are built a lot of the same. He generally does more. He's got more power. He's able to go a little bit further. That is not something I can comment on, Cerberus. Sanctum, I like the way you do it. Keeping track of your accounts with a spreadsheet, that's a good idea. Let's go, boys. Let's get after it. Come on. Everybody's tired of just sitting here and looking at each other. Let's go fight. Let's see. Yeah. I guess why you got to stay organized. Stay in a tight ball. You can't have this stuff going on. Y'all got to be right here and pushing. Poker Face, we did the Britain KVK. That's what we're matchmaking for. Alt Chadsky. Do you want my alt? Fluffy and I have been kind of joined at the hip. We've been running this thing down over the last handful of KVKs. We left 254 together when we left. We stayed 2605, 2268, now here in 2293. He's my buddy. And there's a lot of synergies that we have together. A crazy Fluffy story. Okay, this was awesome. We're in the KVK with 960 and 1093. Okay, we get stuck in this zone 5, and Crix had built the territory so good to where he got all of zone 5 choked down into 2 touch points. 2. We were in Warriors Unbound, which is unheard of. You can't get it choked down to 2 touch points because you can't build any forts anywhere. You got to build forts on holy sites. Well, we got it down to 2 touch points, and they really couldn't do anything because they didn't want to expend troops. So we kind of had them. It was by their choice, right? They could always overrun you if they want to, but we played it strategically. And that's when we invented the Attilla Gorgo Garrison. And it was so punishing. And without the swarm tech in Zone 5, there was nothing they could do without expending tons of troops. And then we get into Zone 6, and it's a bit of the same thing. Somehow Crix worked it out to where Zone 6 was down to like 3 or 4 touch points. And its Zone 6 is massive. And so we're sitting there, and I'm like, this Attilla Gorgo is kind of broken. Do we have enough cast for this? Fluffy's like, Chad, because Fluffy had the other Attilla Gorgo. Like, so we just would rotate those two. And they would put us on a flag and say, Fluffy, Chad, you got that flag. Don't ever let it burn. No problem. And we just kept it there. And Fluffy, it was so funny because one day he says, Chad, we're good. I've got 18 million calves. And I'm like, dynamite, bro. Let's go. Let's go to work. And I kid you not, like, we're fighting for like 2 weeks straight. And after about 10 days, we're in the middle of fighting. He doesn't say a word. And then all of a sudden he goes, Chad? I'm like, yeah, bud. He goes, we got a problem. I was like, uh-oh. What happened? He goes, I've only got 1 million calves left. I'm like, what? He literally, on that one garrison over the course of like 10 days, he literally killed 170 million powered calves. I mean, it was wild. It was so wild. And it was so much fun. It was crazy. And so I literally murdered all of the ponies in our entire kingdom. We're out of calves. It was so bad. Oh my gosh. All I remembered him saying was like, I got 18 million calves, we're good. And I didn't even think, I was like, oh, that's just the whole KVK. We're good. And then he randomly in the middle of fighting, he was like, Chad, we got a problem. I'm like, what? I only got 1 million calves left. What? How did that happen? Oh yeah, those two both. Oh, it was crazy. Buster, you were there. I was just like, wait, what? Oh. Because he didn't update me the whole time. He wasn't telling me like, hey, I'm down to 5 million calves. Hey, I'm down to 3. He just, out of nowhere, I've only got 1 million calves left. He had like 15 million of infantry, and he had 10 million of archers just sitting there. And he was like, I've just completely killed all my calves. Oh, that was awesome. That was so much fun. That KVK was so much fun. It was a blast. It was a blast. At that point, TP Yoda in. Oh, man. I think Yoda was not... I don't know if he... Yeah, he was in that KVK still. Was he? I think so. I can't remember. Oh, man. You guys like the stream? Throw a thumbs up on it. Yoda is not playing. Yoda's account is dormant. It is dormant. Chilling in 2605. Like, the Alliance in 2605 still shows like 3 billion or 4 billion power, and like 1 billion of it comes from Yoda. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Yoda was just solo filling Chiskel stuff. Like Fluffy and Yoda and me and Trauma, even Peace. I mean, we were just going ham. It was just wild. So many deads. I think I lost 200 million power that KVK. It was wild. What was my deal on that KVK? I think I got it here. Let's see. Yeah, 230 million power. I lost in that case. Yikes! GG. Oh man. It was so much fun. And that's the best part of this game. You remember all those KVKs you fought in, and they're just so much fun. Oh, God, great memories. Let me see. Even the KVKs we lost, those are the most memorable ones. The ones where you lose. The benefit of losing KVKs is that you generally get to pick the fights you want. You know, it's no fun losing. People have bad attitudes when they don't get autarks, they don't get rewards, because it's still a reward-driven game. But if you can fight all you want, because the alternative is that you don't fight, and that kills the game. I mean, players do not like that. But losing KVKs like the 1v3 and like the 960, 1093 KVK, we're losing those KVKs. You just fight as much as you want to fight, just nonstop. 1 out of 5 autarks is rough. Dude, it took me forever to get my hunter inscription. I finally did last KVK. Thank you, 2293. 93 core is so strong, they won't disband after a KVK loss or two. Yeah, you're right. And that's what keeps some of these big kingdoms going. You just get a group of people that aren't going anywhere, and they stick together. Like, you look at, like, 846 has gone through a little bit of a rebirth, but they still have a hardcore group of people. Makote, Raw Ability, and those guys. You know, those kind of kingdoms can last. 1093 is in the same boat. 1093 back years ago was one of the big super imperiums. And then it got this weird reputation as, like, it's where people went to retire, because that's so many old accounts and stuff. And it was kind of known as kind of a retirement kingdom. They were very defensive. They were very good at what they did, but when 556 and 254 and 846 and all these big kingdoms were at their prominence, like 1093 was not quite at that level, because they were an older kingdom. But then they went through a whole rebirth. After that, they got ahead of the Imperium drops. They got ahead of some of the autark stuff that were going to make it more one alliance. They got ahead of all that. They revamped the entire kingdom, and now they're one of the best in the game. And they've been one of the best in the game for the last couple of years, easily. Them in 960. And so it's just really cool to see what they've done. They don't make many mistakes when it comes to that stuff. The main reason why kingdoms, and it's a good question, Punda, the main reason why kingdoms like 1034, 307, those types of kingdoms, it's leadership, bro. Same thing with 254. Once leadership decided they were retiring, the kingdom goes away. Especially at that level. You need charismatic, high-end people. It's very hard to do. Like 960 had like so many high-end people. Like just super smart, high-end people. And they lost Leopard. Leopard was their leader for so long, and one of the best players ever in the game. But they had enough people to keep it going and kind of revamp it, and they've stayed on that trajectory of being the type of kingdom they are. It's just hard. When you have a bunch of people in leadership say, hey, we're done, then that's when kingdoms generally die. But we have seen it where kingdoms, like a real charismatic king of a kingdom with a whole big group of leadership that are massive, great players, if like the king leaves but everybody else stays together, then they can generally keep the kingdom together and revamp. But when a bunch of people in leadership that are respected leave or quit, then that's when kingdoms go away. That's when kingdoms are done. You just go to different kingdoms, yeah. And you'll get factions of people going different places. All right. So the time is 1930 UTC my time. I got to get cranking, boys. I got to get my Ark of Osiris stuff set up for my Ark match today. And I'll probably come back maybe with a stream tomorrow. I got to do a cool video today that I think will be a lot of fun. But I'll come back with a stream tomorrow. We'll have a bunch of armaments to open on my main and on my alt. My alt fights Kingsland on Tuesday in this little CDC KVK. It's fun. Oh, it's so much fun. And so we'll do a bunch of armament openings during a stream tomorrow. I'll kind of go through what I'm looking for, what I'm trying to get on my armaments, and we'll review some of that in the stream. But this weekend's been a lot of fun. We did all this yesterday on Saturday with this Kingsland. We're doing it again We're doing it again today. You guys have been great to hang out. A lot of memberships going on here. Really got to appreciate Josh for jumping in and helping out so much, man. You're awesome. Appreciate your help. And everybody else, excuse me, I about coughed up a lung. Had to hit the mute button. But I appreciate everybody else for hanging out with us. Any questions you got, you can join my Discord. We're always in there talking about stuff, different video ideas, stream ideas. And so we always invite everybody to come hang out. And you guys keep your eye on this. I think it's probably done by the end of today. We get to reset. This is going to be, it's going to be backbreaking time for the Allies. So GG to 1093 if they can keep that going today.